It's a very weird angle of my belly. I have to fix that. Need to make some changes here. Need to tighten this one screw up a little bit. You can see it's distorted because they're on wide angle. Yes, sir. Rig should be a little bit more stable. Should be, being the operative word. I'm also trying something different with wind noise reduction. So I put a dead cat on the camera itself. So we'll see how that operates. I'm actually in rock steady, wide angle. It does make everything look a little bit weird. Makes me wonder if I should do horizontal balancing instead of wide angle. I don't know. I guess we'll try it for a while and see what people think. This is a very much more wide angle though. When I was on horizon balancing, it didn't let me like turn to the side as much, stuff like that. I think it also chopped a lot of the view. So I went ahead and changed that. I am sincerely interested in finding food. I'm gonna go ride my bike around and find some food. And try my new dead cat. And I'll come back and watch the video and see if it's any good. Here's the little dead cats that I added. I had them from before, I just forgot to add them. I also really taped down the Action, how you doing? Good morning. I taped down the made it really solid, the camera cable, so hopefully that'll buy us a little bit of time. We are not on Starlink right now. Actually, I did want to report the Starlink problem turned out to be the battery. So the battery is absolutely dead, no matter what I do to it, no matter how much I charge it up. So I'm just making a record for those who have been following along. The plan is no plan. I need to get to Salt Lake City and visit my parents for 4th of July tonight. I need to get my car packed and my bike packed to live in southern Utah. And that is it. As you can see, the battery doesn't even start now. So this was what died. This battery was the failure point, which means that I'm not going to give up hope on Starlink streaming. I moved into the car. I did move into the car. I've been living in the car for the last 2 weeks. I haven't slept in this house at all. So this is a big storage unit right now. I still have it. You guys have not been listening, I guess. I mean, I've had the place. I've had to pay for the place until until I don't, I guess. So take these batteries out for now. I really have to clean this thing out, but it's not going to do that right now. I'm going to do that tomorrow or today, later today. I will be sleeping in the car or out. I might actually camp out again tonight. And so yeah. How you doing, Just Eater? Time for some cocoa. You rarely come in these days because there's no tech. Oh no. Somebody was whining about that today too. I wish there was tech. Like, move on, people. I have. Where's the tech? There's no tech. I want tech. There's more to life. No one should ever use that porch, but it's good to have it cleaned out anyway. I'm expected late. Hey, Wynn, how you doing? Yeah, I came in here and collapsed. So does that count as sleeping? I guess it does. I did. I came in here like after my ride today, which, if you aren't aware, today's ride was absolutely insane. I'm gonna leave my bags on for tonight. I gotta reload them. I'm gonna come back, but right now I just want to go out and get some food. I don't know where we're gonna find food at 2 a.m., but we're gonna go try to find some. Yeah. The other thing I found out is that the dust was totally killing the camera. So that dust is now gone. Yeah, we had a huge heat wave. Then I just sell off my second bike. No. I have 5 bikes. At least I did. That bike is going to my daughter. The fixed gear I just gave to Josh. The commuter I gave to my... That's much lighter. Oh my god, it's so much lighter. I'm still getting rid of you though. Those are batteries that aren't getting used at all. They can come off. One of the lessons I learned today was don't carry extra batteries. It's just gonna weigh you down. Oh my god, that's like so much lighter already. It's insane. It's insane how much lighter it is. Yeah, we're gonna go right around. Just go have late night coffee and food or whatever. I got 7 hours of battery right now activated because I'm using cell. Bellabox with cell is actually really efficient. Actually don't need my food bag. Let's get rid of the food bag. In fact, the way things are going, I won't ever need a food bag. And I'll explain myself a little bit later. But food bags are going to be on the sides. I'm dramatically reducing my kit after the last 2 days of streaming. I am not going to take pants. I will take gloves though. And, ooh, that goes with that. Not taking my stupid chair out was such a bad idea. I could do some, I don't know, let's go see what the weather's like. I should probably take these with me in case it gets cold. Wait, I lost the light. See these stupid fucking Fenix lights? They suck. I wish I had never bought them. You know what? And I knew that. I knew that they fell off, like, for just random whim. I knew this from before, and I bought it anyway. Because this is what everybody else uses. Anyway. Stop complaining, Rob. We're going to need those lights, that's why I'm complaining. Okay. Take you off, put you here for now. Just put my socks in my unused bag. How about that? I have nothing in my bag, my cargo bag. Like literally nothing. Um, yeah, I guess we'll get a chance to try out the lights. I do have a tail light. Where's my tail light? I need to put it on. Since we're out on the road at night. I have like 5 tail lights. Because you get a bonus one when you buy a Fenix. So they're like all over the place. I just have to find it. You can come with me in case it gets cold. My favorite piece of kit of all my gear. It's like wearing a hug. God knows I need hugs right now. Here's more of those extra lights. I just need to find one that's not. There you are. Okay. You know what I can do? I can put it on my pack. Let's do that. Then I'm like blinking no matter where I go. No, I can't take it off easily. Doesn't matter. Boy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tit for tat. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Now what? Trying to figure out where to tie this on. Not a little bit obvious place. Oh, this is the most obvious. All right, you. That's fine. All right. We have a rear light. Let's get a front light. I'm looking forward to trying the Wisdom. Okay, so this is your guys' assignment, okay? You want to help me, okay? You want to help me out. What I need to know is it too windy? Can you help me with that? That would sure help me out. If it's too windy, or if anything else goes wrong, but mostly if it's too windy, let me know. And we'll see if this works. I mean, I can always go back and watch the VOD, so if you're too lazy to do that, that's fine. But if you want to help me, if you want to help one of your favorite streamers, let me know if it's too windy, okay? What is this guy doing at 3 a.m.? I tell you what, it's because I went to bed at like 6 p.m. because I collapsed. I mean, I literally collapsed. Very real, non-exaggerated term there. All right, we're about to go outside, which involves dangers of the wild out there. I'm going to keep my armband on today just in case we go for a hike or bike or something. We probably aren't, but wait. Okay, that's not dead. Right. Again, we're testing wind noise and how to get food. Those are the two things we're looking for. Okay. Okie dokie. I need storage. No, actually, yeah. You must not have heard the whole story, so let me fill you in. In America, you don't get to choose. It's like gosh dang it. I was using it the old way, and then in the middle of it I discovered Claude, and by the end obey that lease until the lease is up. Okay, that's normal. That was normal, that little glitch. Wow, look at my arms, they look like really big. Isn't that weird? I don't know if I like this POV. We might have to turn it down a little bit. What do you guys think? Let's turn some lights on. That's what I think. These lights, the light attachments suck. I have to fix them. Oh my god, I hate Fenix lights. I hate them. It's gonna fall off again. Ooh, I smell rain. Yeah, it smells like rain. I gotta rethink these lights entirely. Woo! It's chilly. I just got a total blast of cold air. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my jacket on. Gotta be the fields. Ooh, wow, it's really cold. It just got like really, really cold. Yeah, I'm gonna put my jacket on. Jacket and socks. Was there like a rainstorm or something that I didn't catch? Beautiful full moon tonight. How's the sound, folks? Too much wind noise? No wind noise? Reasonable wind noise? God, I hate that thing on my arm. I'm never doing that again. I'm getting rid of those things. The little armband is so annoying. It's fine. Well, of course I didn't go very far, but hey Patrick, you would let me know. You were the one helping me earlier. How you doing, buddy? How are you doing? How you doing? I am super happy for some reason, and I can't fully describe why. I think it's probably because I'm outside again. Yeah. Oh, it's like so gorgeous out here. I'm sleeping out here tonight. I mean, I already slept out here last night. I'm gonna sleep out here again. Socks. I need my socks on. Hey, you know what? I don't have Starlink, so I don't have to worry about putting my bike down. You know, this is a big hassle over the last couple days. I had no way to park my bike, right? So what would happen was because I had to keep the Starlink facing up, I either had to take the Starlink off every time I stopped, or I had to park my bike against a tree or something, so that, you know, in the area, so the Starlink could see everything. And, you know, I don't mind doing that, I guess, but actually, I have a full suspension bike, and I'm thinking about putting a kickstand on it or carrying one so that I can park my bike someplace that there's no tree, which is a lot. There's not any trees down here in the desert, out here in the desert. I mean, there are, but mostly it's big bushes. You can't really, you know, connect stuff to them. I was taking these toe covers before. They're like for rain. I might keep those for rain only. But for the most part, wool socks are the way to go. With Loft. Cheap Amazon socks. None of this fancy alpaca crap. You know how much money I've wasted testing fancy warm clothes like alpaca fur and blah blah blah. You know what is always better? High Loft cheap wool socks that have high loft, meaning that there's a lot of padding. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of those sports socks that are designed to go in boots and stuff, they are not at all warm. They're not warm at all because they're way too tight. Even if you get looser ones, and they're built to have this like smooth finish, so they don't have any space in them to store heat. And I don't think anybody's really called it out. They suck. The most expensive socks I've ever had are the ones that have sucked the most. The best socks I have are these are like $7-8 wool Amazon specials, and they are so warm because they have that loft, you know. Oh, feels great to be alive. How's the wind? Bad? I kind of like this new rock steady idea. What was that? Bugs in my spokes? Bugs dying in my spokes? Attracted to the light? Yeah, probably. Hey, should we go off-road? Should we see how the lights handle and the bumps off-road? Here we go. Let's see how they handle. Need to point them down more. Oh, look, there's a bar. Woohoo! That was very fun. Happy July 4th, everyone. God bless America. Land that I love. That's completely messed up, but I still love it. Stand beside her. Why are you tilted? Oh, because I was leaning over, that's why. I think I need another layer of beam. Yeah. Just a slight beam increase. And we'll see 1, 2. This is 2. And 1, 2. I guess 2 is enough to survive. Plus the batteries will last longer. Where can we find food, y'all? Nobody's gonna be up. It's 3 a.m. What time is it? It's 2:20. We got the whole place to ourselves. It got a lot warmer. Yeah. I know my lens has got all kinds of scratches on it. I've also heard Women's thin nylon stockings under the regular socks to avoid chafing. Yeah. That's a great idea. Plus, yeah, I might have to try the nylon sock thing. That sounds like a good idea. So it's kind of fun to remember what a bike feels like when it's actually a bike instead of a big, backpack with wheels. So one of the conclusions I made today on my ride was I like riding my bike, and I refuse to sacrifice being able to ride my bike for any reason. So I absolutely am not interested in heavyweight bike touring of any kind. I get why people like it, but I'm not into that. If I can't take a berm or a flowy trail on my bike with my bikepacking gear, then I'm not interested. That means no tents. My tent is the single heaviest thing on my entire bike. So, no tent, no chair, nothing but a bivvy and a really, really, really good sleeping bag. Maybe just a ground cloth even. And really, really, really great rain gear. I'm willing to pay the cost and weight for a good rain gear, because then if I had a really horrible night, if the night was just like insanely bad, I could put my rain gear on and just sit there and be soaked through, but I would survive it. And it would be miserable, but I would totally survive it. So there are a few things I'm not going to compromise on. And I see people compromise on this all the time when they do Tour Divide, and they always regret it. Rain gear. They get like little flimsy paper tissue rain gear, and it can't protect them. It doesn't keep any heat in. Now, a lot of them are like, now the thing that's hard about this is there's this idea of wearing like a windbreaker. You can put a windbreaker over my puffy and that will increase the warmth by a lot, right? And those things pack down a lot lighter and everything. But like this puffy that I have right now, the puffy that I have right now is not very it's not very warm if there's any amount of wind, because it's designed to it's designed to be doing really heavy endurance activity while you're wearing it, and it's designed to have maximum evaporation capability. So it doesn't work well as a sit there and after a ride kind of stay warm situation. It doesn't do very well with that. It would if you put something else on it. And so then the question is whether you bring an extra windbreaker, which are usually pretty light, or you just take that shower's past, that big old heavy wind layer and put that on, and then you basically have a parka. And I think I'm going to go that route. I'm not going to take a windbreaker. The other reason to have a windbreaker would be bugs, if you didn't have long sleeves, but I always wear long sleeves. Always. And I have my anti-bug pants, anti-tick, anti-bug pants. And I just need to wear a layer of Capilene underwear under that. Capilene is really great, protects you against sun, plus it also gives you minimal wind protection, but it doesn't keep you warm unless you put a layer outside of it. If you put a layer outside of it, like my Patagonia rock pants, it doesn't breathe at all. It doesn't breathe at all when you do that, but it prevents the wind from getting through, and it feels really nice because it feels good against your skin. So that's my new kit after today's ride. I'm gonna drop my $400 down pants. I'm not bringing those. I might regret that, but there's really no need for those pants. The only reason they existed was to, like, you know, be around the campfire and hang out and stuff like that. And if I'm gonna do that, might as well just take my sleeping bag out and use my sleeping bag. Half open it. So I got a $400 down quilt, which is now useless to me. I probably will use that in the car eventually, but I have a feeling my 3 seasons down bag is going to be my number one go-to whoopee. What's over here at Walmart? Do we see? You see the moon up there? I can see it. Beautiful moon tonight. Oh my God, it's like so gorgeous. It's surprising how much energy I still have, given how horrible the evening was. I mean, the day, this was a tough day. I don't regret it at all, but my God, what is it tough. They're closed. We are not loitering. We are potential paying customers. Oh, I do want to try something here. I want to see if the wide angle does better with the... I think it does. It looks so weird. The wide angle is crazy, right? Looks like my hands go forever. Huh. I'm hot again. It changed, the temperature changed. Out there it was freezing. Wait, what? I thought this was 24/7. Oh no, it's July 4th, that's why. That would have been scary, because I was going to use that for my shower. Do you want to try to take my jacket off while I'm still riding without crashing? You think I can do it? God, these poor July 4th people, they did not do well. Because they ruled them out. They made them illegal. They made fireworks illegal. Good morning. Morning for you, maybe. I guess morning for me, too. What food can you get at 3 a.m., 2:30 a.m.? Alright, this is... Who am I kidding? I can't do that. I'm all hot and it's sweaty now. I always forget to do the second tie off of my jacket, and it always comes loose while I'm doing a downhill or something. My lens is so scratched. I have a new one. I wonder if there's like a fast food joint though that is open. I feel like there might be. It's July 4th. There's not going to be anything open. Seriously. Oh look, you can see my lights in the mirror. Did you see that? I look like a car. No, I look like a motorcycle or something. I'm just following Lachlan Morton's lead. So far, he's done the best tour for, as far as I'm concerned. I almost have his exact setup. 2 Fenix lights, hardtail, cargo tail fin with cage bags, and a salted nut roll pack in the front. He had a much less, he had a full frame bag, which I would never ever do. I did notice, okay, so I've been running a 900 liter bottle in the front and a 750 in the back, and I'm actually coming to not really like that. I want to run 750s in both places, even though I kind of lose some space, for 2 reasons. One, so I can swap the bottles. So it's easy to reach down to get the one that's right here. And 2, so it's a little bit lighter. It's less likely to fall out of my bike. The 90 is a little bit insane. There's still people out. I smell food cooking. Where is that coming from? I smell it. I can smell it. Is it Chipotle? Is Chipotle open overnight? That would be crazy and awesome. Try that on your loaded bike. Can't tell you how happy it makes me to discover the Starlink problem was batteries. There's that fancy ass battery on there, which was bad for a number of other reasons. The biggest one being that I can't swap out my other batteries. Like, it failed and I had no options. If I had used the other battery technique, which I've been using, which is just give it a standard battery and plug it into a power bank, if I had been using that technique, I could have had a redundant battery, obviously, and I could have had a redundant cable. So if either the cable had gone bad or the battery had gone bad, which I had happened, I had a battery go bad on me while I was out today. I don't know what happened, but it froze. The LED on the battery froze, but I had like several others. So, and a lot of those batteries would be reset as soon as you plug them in. As soon as you plug them in, they reset. If they have a problem like that. But I couldn't do any of those options because I had this really, really fancy, attachable fill in this spot battery with an LED and Bluetooth and all this jazz, right? But it could not put up with the vibrations and the grit and all the stuff that takes Retortivite, and it died. It was like an $800 battery, and it died. I don't know how much. I'm guessing it was $800. It felt like it was $800. It was one of these. I bought it before it had been official. Now there's like tons of. Everybody's making interchangeable battery for Mini now. There's all sorts of different types. So yeah. So then I was thinking that was foolish. Simple is best, people. Always go the simple route. Always go the simple, minimum tech required. Free smells. Minimum tech required. And you won't lose. Because I was really bummed. In fact, I haven't tested the Starlink since then. But I'm pretty confident it's not the Starlink that's the problem. And that's really good news because I thought I was going to be completely done with Starlink streaming at all. I was questioning whether I should even have a Starlink. Like, why even own one? And that was quickly addressed by, well, I needed to go on car streams and stuff like that. So, damn, this field of view is so much wider than horizontal balance. Horizontal balancing cut off a lot of stuff. Like, a lot. It did. It cut a lot of stuff up. So this means I can bring the Starlink with me, but I need to set it up so that it uses a standard battery if I bring it. But it's so heavy, I'm strongly considering not bringing it at all. Well, to be fair, it was heavy because of the battery. The Starlink itself is really light. And that's another reason I wanted to get rid of that other battery. I was like, every time I would stand up to pedal, that my cargo cage on the back would flop around, and it would there's nothing like a really heavy cargo trailer to really slow down and make you really not very maneuverable at all. There's somebody car camping. I welcome car campers. That's me. I just want to stay out here by the thing. Like parking in a hotel parking lot is a really good idea. Keep it simple. You got it, Patrick. I'm so glad I went out. It's so nice out right now. It's unlike the 100-degree weather I was in, sucking down ATV dust. Oh, that is not okay. So that was another lesson I learned. Don't go near ATVs. There wasn't a single mountain biker up there. It was all ATV people, and they having their fun and kicking up the dust and everything, and they're enjoying it, and I was not. Hotel lobby. Sometimes they have cookies at night. It's very unlikely I'm gonna find anything. I have food at home. I had some hard-boiled eggs. I just kind of wanted to get out on a ride, kind of review, kind of check out the new gear. Like, I'm reminded I was carrying 2 batteries in my backpack, and I'm reminded how really annoying having a heavy thing on your back is. If it's kind of lightweight, it's better, but especially if you're going long term, Like, I'm doing this entire stream from something that weighs about a pound on my back, which is totally fine. This weighs less than the water would. If I filled my water pack with water, it would weigh more. So, there's Maverick. I'm pretty sure they're going to be open. Let's go check. I kind of want to see if, Chick-fil-A or something. No, they're definitely open. And there's the car camper over there. Should we go knock on all the car camper windows? Ding dong dash. What is it? Ding dong dash to car campers. I can spot a car camper a mile away. I'm gonna go get a snack in here, and then we'll continue our trek. I have to take my money on my mind. Money by money. Oh, look, see, what did I just say? What did I just say? You see that? like almost to fill out. A big fancy 900 milliliter. Everything's baptized with dust. Yeah, this is just not, that's not sustainable. The 700 barely fits. I actually don't like the Elite bottles. I like black bottles. The Elite bottles for these cages are kind of shitty. They don't stay very well. This one's kind of come loose too. Let's go get some food. What kind of food should we get? Should we get a Hot Pocket? So, wind noise, guys. Wind noise. How's the wind noise? The wind noise been insane? Hi. She's gonna think I stole something. I promise I didn't. I just want to take my coat off. Oh, they got chargers here. If I had a cable go bad or something. 30 watt, 20 watts. You need like 100 watt. Yeah. Step into a Sun Gym. We should get hard-boiled eggs and a $5 Red Bull. Or we can get beer. I don't think you can buy here. Buy a metal bottle. Oh, I know. That's a good idea. Buy metal bottles. Yeah. I actually have bottles that are. Oh, it's self-checkout. Probably. No, PBS block only. Oh, I kind of want a sandwich. I love Maverick, can I just say? Turkey, bacon, and Swiss on sourdough. That doesn't sound half bad. Ham and cheese. Club-on ciabatta. Egg salad. Ooh! Let's buy Maverick sushi. Spicy crumble. Does it have wasabi? I'm kidding. It's spicy crumble. Okay, I need a drink. We need something to drink. I don't think I should get an energy drink though. It's probably a bad idea. Chobani. $5 for Red Bull. $2.50? Damn. We just want something cheap. Fresca. Sparkling soda water. Lemon lime flavored soda. These are like pure sugar. Yeah, let's get a small. Do they even have small? This is America, dude. They have XXL and they have XL and they have medium. There's no such thing as small. It does not exist. There's no such thing. Coffee looks. Why does coffee look good? I kind of want coffee. Coffee and sushi. No, I don't. I want a drink. I want a drink. Just don't know what. I kind of want water. Wait, they have a small. I can get a frazzle. What the hell is a frazzle? No. Pina colada frazzle. That's their take on. What do I want to say? Ooh, they have donuts. God, they have everything here. Look at that. They like make the outer part like really wide. That's why there's no small. It would be like a yogurt cup. Right? Who am I kidding? I'm not going to put a lid on it. This does not exist in Europe. I know. We're not in Europe. We're not in Europe. Medium Dr. Pepper is $1.59. No, $1.49. Alright, stay. I don't think I'm gonna drink that much Dr. Pepper. Like pure sugar. Hey, hi. I've never checked out, self-checkout. I just go up there and tap or whatever. Like, thank you. Thank you. Self-checkout. Scan items. Fountain drink. Oh wait. It's not really a well, it is. No. So we got food. Wait, I gotta scan. Sushi, $8. Finish and pay. Enter payment information's on PayPal. Let's try again. Where does it do the thing? There we go, we paid. Thank you. God, that was easy. That was super easy. And my blinky light's on. Now is the time to ride. If you're like on the highway or something. Like a big lonely stretch of highway. I'm not impressed. Not impressed, dude. You just proved what a fucking asshole you are. How loud can I make my $5,000 used car? I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Seabear was like, you need to be nice, Rob. We're on a bike trip. I'm like, you're right. I can almost sleep here if the sprinklers didn't come on and soak me in completely. We can just sit here. We can sit right here. Hey, there's two Mavericks, one on either side of the road for maximum maverickness. Ouch! I just sneezed my lip apart. Where are you guys? Oh, you're in my pocket. Wow, this wide angle, you can even see my legs. That's so weird. They have max sound for cars. They have max everything. I know. Like, the louder your car. I just don't get it. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have the qualities required to appreciate a loud car. I don't have the acumen. I haven't been sufficiently indoctrinated my spicy crab roll from Maverick. Let's hope it doesn't kill me. I really hope it doesn't kill me. So many things that could have killed me. The first thing that could have killed me is if I had kept climbing that mountain. If I kept climbing that mountain instead of having the courage to say, no, I'm done, and turn around, I would be dead right now. I would be begging somebody to take me off the mountain. You know why? I was depending on the Starlink to communicate. Or some random nice stranger in the middle of nowhere. And if I had gone up the hill any further than I did. So I was going up this, getting bounced to death and dusted out by the ATVs, run over. I couldn't go around any corner without thinking you're going to die, because you're going to get run over by a crazy ATVer holding their infant. I saw an ATVer with a mom. She had a baby with a helmet on, and she was holding the infant like this, and they were on an ATV, and she was holding on to her husband on the back with the other hand, and that was it. And I was like, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be just insane. The sushi actually does look pretty good. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. Seriously, I wish I had a picture of it. She was holding, she had her arm around her baby's gut, and she had a helmet on her baby, and she was just, the baby was like bouncing around and everything. Like, there was nothing holding that baby on the back of the ATV at all. There was no seatbelt, nothing. The only thing holding that mom and that baby, and we're talking baby, on that thing was that woman's arm holding onto her husband, who was like screaming down the path, kicking up dust and everything. They were having a good old time, and I was like, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was blown away. And it was about that time that, I mean, these are the people that were almost going to run me over at any moment. I'm eating my sushi with my hands, so they're, oh my god, it's already kind of thawed. Oh my god, this is so scary. It tastes good though. Fully cooked. Oh, it's cooked. It's not really sushi. Tastes like it though. It's super good. Exactly what I wanted. Rice, a little bit of protein, the taste of wasabi. Anyway, I was like, this is the kind of thing that made me divorce. If Doris saw me like eating food like this, she'd be like, yep. Eating gas station sushi with Dr. Pepper in your water bottle at 3 o'clock in the morning. Doris would be like, yep. And I'm like, yep, this is me. This is who I am. If you don't like it, oh well. Always was this guy. Oh, I forgot the soy sauce. What? Wait. How do I open this with normal hands? Not Edward Scissorhands. Pretend like I don't run around with... Ah! Alright. Gotta have that salt, baby. Most Americans don't have enough salt. Oh my god, that tastes so good. It's so yummy. I am such a mess though. That poor guy over there is like working on his car. He's like keeps muttering things. You see him over there in the distance? Oh my god, it's so good. You like my lifestyle a lot. I cannot believe how good the sushi is. That was a big win. Seriously, it's just so wonderful. It's got so much flavor. How much protein it has. It's spicy crab, which means it's not crab at all. Yeah. Tastes like a crab bowl. It's for imitation, it's pretty damn good. $8? Yeah, worth it, I guess. I mean, at 3 a.m., yeah, worth it. We're also gonna get sushi at 3 a.m. Oh my god, this is so good. My body's like, yes, that. More of that. This is gonna have double soy because I saw last one. Nom nom. Hashtag gas station mukbang. Oh my god. I'm licking my fingers with dirt. They have dirt, oil, residue of tape, and soy sauce. That's what they taste like. How have you not died yet? You know what? More people need to eat dirt. There needs to be more dirt in young people's lives. You know what else I love about my jacket? It makes such a great pad. If you don't mind sitting on it. It does. It's perfect butt pad. I mean, people like, I used to have them. I have like a little pad. Here we go again. Let's see how many people we can wake up at 3 a.m. with my shitty vehicle. I'm gonna end up getting in a truck stop fight one of these days. Like, sir, you really don't need to like squeal your wheels at Love's at 3 a.m. Really? Like, what is the purpose of that? This is what I like. Look at how quiet it is. You know how noisy this exact spot will be in like 4 hours, 5 hours? It'll be insane. You won't be able to do anything. Remind me never to enter any passwords anywhere because you can see everything. Yeah. I know, right? Should we go see what else we can find? I'll just keep eating. We've already done the Maverick thing. I'm wondering if there's a chain like Denny's or something that's actually open 24/7. I kind of want to know. Like, I legit want to know. See, there's my couch. That's why, you know what? You cannot do that with down. I'm kind of down on down. Get it? I am. I'm kind of down on down. Down for sleeping bag. Makes sense. Down loses all its loft when it gets wet. All these other artificially, things like I got, they don't lose their loft when they get wet. They also don't lose their warmth when they get wet. The problem is they don't smash down, so you got to make room for them, even though they're light. Which is the problem, right? You end up with these big old bags that have almost nothing in them weight-wise. If you're gonna go with the down route, you can like squish that shit down, but get it? But the problem with down, seriously, it's a big problem, is you can't store it that way. If you store down compressed, it'll ruin it. That's why, like, my down bags, they have all of my down gear has 2 bags. It has 1 bag for storage and 1 bag for using on the road. But if you don't ever put it in storage, what are you supposed to do? So your down stuff gradually gets compacted and ruined, and it's super expensive. It's way, way, way more expensive than the stuff, the other stuff. So it does make you wonder. But when it comes to like a sleeping bag, it's kind of a necessity. I mean, let's just be real. You cannot pack the equivalent sleeping bag in temperature rating in like polyester, or whatever, the non-down stuff, the synthetics they call it. The equivalent would take your entire cargo bag. I mean, it's like monstrously huge. I hope I'm not yelling. I'm trying something new, guys. I'm trying my new camera that does not have an external mic. I have an external mic if I need it. I'm just trying it because I want to keep it with the stereo on. So you need to tell me if it gets any... Now it's pretty windy right now, and then you got to tell me if you hear wind noise. That's your job. It's your homework. Your homework is to tell me if you hear wind noise. What the hell is that? A sprinkler. We are loitering in downtown Logan at 3 o'clock. God, that's sushi. Hit this. What? How are you open? You're not possibly open. You forgot to turn your open sign off. That would have been one additional place to possibly find food. I'm doing research. Nothing else to do. I don't feel like sleeping. I went to bed at like 6 o'clock. Got up at 10:30. Redid my kit. Hey, that's my nose. I just saw my nose. I guess this is the downside of this whole wide angle. God, you just saw my nose again. We cannot have that. No. Okay, so the new wide angle lens setting requires that I point it down more than I normally do. Otherwise you're going to see my nose. Yeah. I'm trying to find the optimal angle here without dying. I think I have arrived at it. Probably homeless people sleeping down here. Wow, even Cache Valley Bar is not doing anything. Wait, are they open? I hear an electric vehicle or tractor. Oh, an ATV. I should recognize that after today. Hope it's closed. Oh, that sushi is perfect. I'm getting tired now. Exactly what I wanted. Now I can go find a good spot and go to sleep. I'm gonna sleep in a park or something tonight. Hamilton is coming. The POV stuff is like seriously distorted, but it's okay somehow. I don't know why. Center Street. I like this because it reminds me how fun it is to ride my bike when it's not all heavy. We were just here last night, 2 nights ago. Remember Alexis? We talked to Alexis and Becca at Prodigy. We're right there. All right, let's go home. Time for bed. But I was super hungry. Okay, so I have to take a serious note of that. Okay, let's wait till tomorrow. Make sure I don't die, but you know, that grocery store sushi, that was a huge win. A lot of great rice carbs, a little bit of fat. I think it was a great win. Should we go down the stairs at 3 a.m.? Watch me, I'm gonna hit. There's so many homeless people over here. I'm gonna wake up a homeless person. I don't want to. There's a nice. My Garmin is still tracking me. It still thinks I'm trying to go to Ephraim's grave. Okay, so this over here, they say they have long-term stays. Salida. There's the stairs. Did I ever do these stairs in my full sus? And there's really steep. Plus, they also have the stairs have a guardrail, have a railing. I don't trust it. Back window's blacked out. They're sleeping. They're car camping. There's lots of car campers in this town. Just got back from a ride? Where were you, Socio? Yeah, I've been doing a big old long ride today. San Francisco bike party. Oh, that sounds so fun. Gotta adjust my lights. This is the first time I've really ridden with them. My new lights on them. You just got back at 3:10. So it's like 2:10 for you. We were just out trying to find food. I slept out last night at the trailhead. I'm really tempted to sleep out again tonight. Critical mass. It's not critical. It's like, that sounds like a lot of fun, actually. Hey, thanks for the follow, Felix. Goat. Taco Bell, no, we didn't check Taco Bell, we didn't check McDonald's. We've been kind of on doing some reconnaissance just to see what's open at night, just for fun. Because I took an early nap because I had a killer ride today. Horrible ride, I had to give it up. In the middle of the mountains. Cybertruck. Nothing says I'm stupid more than owning a Cybertruck. Not see, get it? Logan River coming up. God, so gorgeous. We were alongside that. We were filtering water alongside that all day today. You know what? I just realized I saw that person in the back of their car with my lights. You know why? Because they just have their windows tinted. They're not blacked out. I'm glad I blacked mine out. I have those these really, really great window shields. You just pop in. You just put them in. No suction or anything, and they just form to the window. They're so cool. You can put them up in a few seconds. They were good in there. Did you see them, right? we just shine the light right on their window. I mean, we should shine 2 high power lights right into their window. They had to know people were going to come by there on... Twitch viewers stream promotion Russia. What does that mean? Am I getting promoted right now? Am I on the main? Gunnar starts to scatter like cockroaches at night. David Attenborough told me that. David Attenborough, the Gunners scatter at the approach of the evening. As the sun fades, Gunners find their place among other Gunners, but safely distancing themselves from them. Alright, full sus. Full sus. Ready? Woo! Yeah, baby. Get some air. Yeah. See, I like riding my bike. I like riding my bike, sue me. I don't like it to be too heavy. This Taco Time was closed. This road is usually packed. 4 lanes of traffic. Fresh every day, Taco Time. Can't get anything in that's not fried. We pride ourselves on fried. Why does it smell good? It smelled like perfume or something. That was weird. Tell you what, my tubeless conversion held up. I did that the other day. That was fun. You see, the Planet Fitness, like, what if I needed to shower right now? I've been holding off on my Planet Fitness membership because I'm not so sure it's a good idea. Wait, who's that? I heard someone yelling. People you meet at 4 a.m. are pretty interesting. Do you guys remember? I have a clip of it. Do you remember when I met the homeless guys who had a knife, a kitchen knife, built into his hand-carved cane? The shaman dude? I hear noises. Oh, they're partying and they're fireworks people. They're stealing fireworks. Those guys are stealing fireworks. They're in there stealing fireworks. They just went really quiet when they saw my light. I deliberately flashed a light on them. There's a bunch of teenagers in there and they're ripping fireworks off. Yep, there they go. Yep, see? Now they're looking for me. Yep. They broke into the fireworks place at 4 a.m., the tent. And they don't have the good sense to not be stupid fucking loud. They're like screaming and hooping and hollering, probably drinking. I think I need to start carrying mace or something. Or a gun. My dad keeps telling me I should carry a gun. I wouldn't want to kill somebody though. Even those dumbass teenagers don't deserve to die. I mean, everybody was a dumbass teenager once upon a time. I'm usually one of those interesting people. I bet you would be. I would love running into you. I'd like meet you and you'd be. No, seriously, like you bike around like this, you will find people who are car campers. That's a car camper right there. I'll buy it again. Yeah, I don't want to. It's just too heavy. I don't want to. I want to pay for it in weight. Mace is lighter. I have a tent stake hammer that I have in my car, and I have a marine, 8-inch blade that would totally take somebody out. Are they actually open? They're not open. Open daily. Yeah, no. Let's go through the drive-thru. Why is there a car parked there, though? That does make you wonder. Are they making the food for the next day? Well, we know it's not AI. There's nobody in there. That'd be a great place to camp right there. So many places. A lot of the best places you'd end up finding homeless people, because they're just good places to stay. Fortune Pack of Chumbawamba. Cheers! Hey, Maluba. We're pulling 11:38 a.m. Hey, Jake. Jakub. I called you Jake for some reason. How you doing, Maluba? You almost got to see me die today. Had I continued, I would have died. I would either have died or had to been evac'd. I know that based on how I ended up by the time I got home. When I got home, I was dead. I was dizzy and passing out, kind of dead. Why are there oh, that's people, late night people of Walmart storing and stuff. Poland. What happened? Yesterday I started a trip called Ephraim's Grave. It's a 2-day bikepacking trip that should really be 3 days. The write-up is completely wrong, and it took me a while to get started, so I didn't take off till about 4. No, it was way worse than Bong. It was a bunch of things all combined. I had a great night last night. In fact, I really don't want to. I should go back there tonight. I did a lot of climbing, and my GPS sent me the wrong way, and so I ended up doing basically an extra 30 miles on the first day. I was so spent yesterday, and I was so spent by the time I got to the trailhead that I camped at the trailhead. It was really nice. Actually, if you go back and watch the VOD of that, oh, we got a raid. Hey, how you doing, Hollenbergen? I'm a legend, Holly. I don't know about that, Holly, but thank you for that. Good to see you. So yeah, I went up this area. And it was sketch. I mean, okay, so first of all, it was like there's so many things to talk about. I don't know where to start. Let me start by saying I got a late start because I was loading up my bikepacking rig for the first time, which I'm on right now. I can go through, I'm going to do a whole video breakdown of my bikepacking rig once I get it dialed in. For those of you who don't know, I'm getting ready for Tour Divide next year. Although today I feel like I got a lot of work to do. Like a lot of work. And my original goal was to live stream the Tour Divide, the Great Divide mountain bike route, which no one has done for good reason. Because I mean, just the weight to carry the Starlink and the batteries and stuff is insane, right? So, and I really felt that today. So today I deliberately put all the gear on my bike that I would take with me, including a tent, a chair, a full rain kit, and so, you know, I just did a lot of foolish stuff. I took a lot of stuff that I wanted to. So I have a continual problem with this. So I struggle between like fast-paced fast packing, some people call it, and more, cozy traditional touring. I really struggle with that. I struggle with which one I want to do, because I don't like going slow. I like riding my bike. I found that out again today. Every single time I think, oh, hey, I'll bring this extra coffee thing. I'll bring this chair because it'll be nice and fun, and I'll go slow. that's fine until you hit a hill or a berm, you know, or so. Anyway, I was reminded. I get reminded of this all the time. I can't decide which one I want to do. Do I want to be cozy and have a nice camp out, or do I want to go fast and get to the next hotel or the next, you know, nice clean spot to be and actually have fun on the ride instead of suffering through, you know, grinding climbs and praying that the weight of your bike doesn't break your frame on the way down. So it's been a struggle, but as of this moment, I think my conclusion is I want to be fast. Like when all my electronics died, so the main thing that died on me today that would have killed me was the battery in my Starlink. And I was depending on the Starlink to communicate if I got stranded, because my Garmin InReach hasn't come yet. I don't know where it is. I should have been here weeks ago. So if I had gotten stranded on the mountain, it depends on what brings you joy. Exactly, Maluba. And a lot of people were saying that today. So I was climbing up this dusty, horrible trail with ATVs flying by me, and I had to stop, and then it shook my battery to death. Like literally, the Starlink battery has put up with a lot of abuse, and it finally died. It won't even boot now at home, which has caused me to rethink the whole thing. And so on the way back, I actually told everybody, I said, look, there's a strong chance I'm not going to live stream the Tour Divide. That I'm just going to prepare for it. I mean, people don't even finish. Over 60% of the field this year didn't even finish. And I don't want to be one of those people just because I wanted to take a Starlink and 5 pounds of batteries. So, and I'm old. I'm 5'58". I'm going to be lucky to even make it to the end, let alone, you know, I need that extra weight ratio to carry water and stuff through, you know, different areas. So anyway, that was a good thing today. I did a lot of filtering today. I learned to not carry water. They kept saying there was no water available, and I would load up before the next one, and then there would be water, and I would dump my bottle, and I'm like, oh, I don't have to carry this weight, you know. So Maluba, you may not know it, but I bought a new, well, it's like 3 years old. It was new 3 years ago. I bought a 2020. It's 2026, but it's really 2025. Specialized Epic 8 Expert with Di2 electronic shifting. I can lift it up with a pinky. It's like so light, and it's got full suspension and everything. So, because I just realized I had no chance of doing any of this stuff with you know, an aluminum bike like I was riding. So my daughter really wants that bike. She loves that bike. The big 3-inch wheels make her feel really safe. She likes going over curbs without it being a problem. So I'm going to give that bike to her. And the other thing I really like about this Epic is you blow the tires up, block out the suspension, and you can like get down in the drops. I was in my aero position for a good part of the downhill in the canyon, and it was glorious. Oh my god, it reminded me of my old triathlon days. In fact, it made me think, hey, I could do cross-country stuff even on roads, on highways again. I don't want to do highways because obvious reasons, but there might be a Trans Am in my history. Tour Divide and Trans Am, that's usually the two big ones everyone does. That means you cross the country up from side to side and from top to bottom. And then I want to do Eastern. They have an Eastern Divide now. So, and I prepped the waters with work. My work says that I can do like a 3-month sabbatical. So I only probably need 2 months of sabbatical. The rest could probably be vacation time, so I get paid. But I'm pretty aggressively going after the summers off every year. I'm going to do everything in my power to get the summers off every year. Like all of it. Like 3 months. 50 mile? You want more, yeah? Because I'm not getting any younger, and it's like a seize the day kind of situation, right? As long as I can pay my debts and keep my family alive and keep myself alive, I really don't need to make more money. I definitely don't need to work more. If I don't do that, I will regret it on my deathbed. Absolutely will. If I do not do the Trans Am, or I don't do Turtavide, I will absolutely, it'll be like one of the things I always wanted to do. I'm not doing that. Even if it means giving up 3 months of pay at work and potentially retiring at 62. I've been seriously thinking about retiring at 62. Because why not? You know? Yeah, it got a lot colder. It must be the fields. The fields got all their irrigation. It's really cold over here. Because of the fields, I'm guessing. A lot of water. Yeah. So yeah, my thought on that is, just do it. So if I retire at 62, first of all, I don't get Medicaid. I'd have to provide my own insurance for a couple of years. A little bit of off-roadiness. Here's a jump. Yay! That was fun. Pavement soaks up heat, yes. It's cold out here. I want to go back to the jacuzzi. Do some more planning. That was fun. You see the moon up there? You can't see it very well, but it's definitely there. It's huge. Yeah, me too. I like riding in cities too. One of the reasons I love the bike I do have now is you can ride it anywhere. Like literally anywhere. Kasami, hi. Yeah, I am no longer a tech streamer. The most tech you'll ever hear me talk about willingly will be like bike tech, streaming tech, stuff like that. You can ask me about the other work stuff, but I'm really not the guy to ask. Everything about the workforce has changed. Everything. The way you get a job, the way you prepare for a job, the availability of jobs, the type of jobs. Every single thing has changed. I am irrelevant. My knowledge about everything is irrelevant with regard to careers. I mean, use the terminal. Okay, yeah, no shit. But if you're doing AI, you already know that. You have to use the terminal. I mean, I could try to convince myself that my wisdom in history and how to deal with team dynamics and all that stuff are useful to somebody, but at the end of the day, it's really not. Even the team dynamics have changed because the generations have changed. The way people interact is different now. I never thought I would say that, but it's true. The way people interact, the way their priorities, how they communicate, what their, everything about them is totally changed. I come from a generation that would beat each other up and then go out for beer next. That is not acceptable today. You've got to be I mean, it used to be. There's a guy on my team that completely blows away that idea. It's almost like he's a contrarian asshole in a sea of sunflowers, just to be different. He's like become a part of his identity or something. Can you tell me how to slice in C++? No, I have no idea. No desire to know. You want to know how to convert an ancient Perl code base to support Slurm in addition to PBS? I'll tell you all about that. I've been doing nothing but that for 3 months. So yeah, time for me to move aside. Put me out to pasture. And by pasture I mean my Subaru. I'm gonna go get my swimming suit on. I'll just take a sec. I'm gonna go get my swim suit. I actually might get more coffee. Because why not? It's a holiday. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do whatever I want. Literally, whatever I want. And if I feel like getting coffee at 4 a.m., then I'll get coffee at 4 a.m. You can't stop me. Alright, don't look. Alright, look at my lip, see? From the sun today. It's like totally messed up. Totally messed up. Here's my wet shorts. You know what? I'll take them with me. Epic. Like, actually epic. Do I need anything? I don't think I need anything. I should bring music. Did you know those music things? Here. I want to test this. I've been wanting to test this for a while. Do. It's hot now. It goes back from being hot to cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. And a sea of sunflowers. Yeah. It's like a universal truth, right? Oh boy. That's right, I'm not supposed to open that door. Welcome to Home Sweet Home, aka Chez Artabex Rob. Supposedly, this speaker fits in a water bottle cage. I think they're full of it. It does not. It does not, they lied. You know where it does fit? Back here. I don't think that's gonna hold. I'll just tie it. It only has to give me like 30 feet, 30 yards. It's still not gonna last. It's gonna fall off. Hey, it smells like cattle. Sometimes the wind shifts. Ad break in 2 minutes. We haven't had a single cable failure, which is remarkably good. I don't know if it's going to let me in. I do have my key, but... Oh, I know what, it's not. The side things don't let you in, but the other ones do, because the gym is 24/7. Yeah. So we're going to have to bike. We're going to have to bike through. Whoa. I'm on the security cameras. Hi, Marcus and Amy. How are you? They know me. Those are the guys, people who work here. Did he ride his bike in here? Yes, he did. One of these times I'm going to sleep here, and they're going to be like, did you sleep here? People come to the gym all night long. That's why I can do this. That's the logic. Wait. Oh yeah, should I go grab a granola bar? I can't get back in now. I have to go all the way around. They lock you out. The only door they keep open is that front one, so I can't get back into the building from this side. I have to get creative, as they say. Oh, I got sushi belly. They don't have lights on either. This is kind of an extreme angle. This POV is pretty extreme, but I think I like it. It captures more of the scenery. Like, I was in the canyon today and I noticed that the sidewalls of the canyon, there was no way to capture it. It was so phenomenally epic, the vistas and stuff, and I was like, there's no way this is coming across on the camera, you know. So I'm gonna give this one a shot and see if it helps. The ad is over. I'm just gonna relax and go sleep. Probably, you know, I'm probably just sleep in my car tonight. I haven't slept in the apartment in... It's going on 2 weeks now, finally. There's really no need. I almost don't even think I want music either. This is another thing. I went to yoga and they did a focus on stillness, and I gotta tell you, it's been really the focus lately. They turned the lights off somehow. How's that? You can't see me, but... probably hear me. I know it's like dumb to say, but I've been working on my calluses. These wonderful wool socks, I love them. They're a source of great happiness and joy. It's the small things. What do they say? Don't keep anything that doesn't bring you joy. I have music. What else do I have? Oh, I have my swimsuit. Alright, don't look, I'm going to change my suit. I'll give somebody a show. Is there a camera over here? Yes. Damn. Oh well. I gotta go in the bathroom to change. Oh, the bathroom's gonna be closed. Yeah. Yeah, the bathroom's gonna be closed. They're gonna have to see my naked bum. That's all I have to say about that. How can I? Oh, I know. I can tie my jacket around my waist. Then I won't reveal anything that's going to get me in trouble with security. Yeah, I mean, I still rent here, guys, so just in case you were wondering. We'll do it like this. I'm gonna look like a native. It covers most of my bum. I looks like I have a hospital gown on. You know, like I know what you're thinking. You're like, why don't you just jump in there naked and just let the security footage like speak for itself? You know, that sounds like a great idea. But I am not that brave. I'm just not that brave. Seeing an old guy's bum, eh. Oh. Somebody was like, how old are you today? I'm like, 59. Silence. I was like, what is that supposed to mean? I hope it was a good thing. I'm actually not 59. I'm 58-ish. 58 and a half, as I would say if I were a 12-year-old. $58 and 3/4. When we used to measure how old we were based on months because we wanted more street cred. What was wrong with us? Oh God. Slightly more hot than, you know what it is? My feet are sunburned. My feet are sunburned. He just realized. Ask you how to help me change. Wait. Oh, that was what it was. Wait, what? After all that, did I forget my... Did it fall out? Or did I forget it? I forgot my coffee cup. I was gonna have coffee. Oh well. I don't have to wait. Another day. I need to turn the LED off of that. Keep me away. Ouch! I definitely got sunburn. Definite sunburnage. Where's Adri? Adri, sorry I missed you. I'm gonna have to go back for coming water many times. They can't see. So from you don't know Adri, Adri is my Italian jacuzzi fan. He came in. I have an Italian jacuzzi fan who came in and was very supportive, like, and they were not a troll. I did it to kind of make a joke and let people troll me. Oh, that feels so good. And it turned out they were serious. Go down in the water many times, Daddy. Ow, my hamstring. Ow. Oh, I highly recommend this. Getting a jacuzzi for yourself. They're very nice. You put the coffee thermos in the car. No, I don't think I brought it outside, actually. I kind of want to know what I did with it. I don't know. I think I set the thermos on the counter when I went to go get the speaker. I think that's what happened. I don't remember though. Yeah. Let's use jacuzzi ASMR. How about that? It feels so good on your belly. It's like it massages your internal organs. Ow! That moon is so gorgeous. You know, when I first started the evening, that moon was just coming up. It was just coming up over the horizon of the mountains. And now it's almost at apogee in the middle of the sky. Don't usually have that. Kabuki spa? Oh, that would be fun. Yeah. That sounds like really fun. What day is it? It's Saturday, right? Saturday morning. It is July 4th. Happy 250th birthday to America. The moon is like totally lighting up this cloud up here. It's like so gorgeous. Happy democracy. Fun fact, America has never been a democracy. It is officially a representative republic. So I've been told. I should probably confirm that further. But you know what I did for their calluses? You can kind of like rub them on the concrete. It's supposed to be a kind of democracy, but it really isn't. No, because states like Vermont have an unusually large say. They need to go back to population. Because the entire reason for states' rights and having a representative was so that the slave states could vote better, be stronger. That's the main reason. So I think it's time to get rid of it. I think they should vote by population. The popular vote should be the one that wins every time. The problem with that is the popular vote will always favor urban centers, always. And urban centers are always filled with people who are left leaning. If you look, God, through all of the voter, Sparta was technically a democracy. Yeah, interesting. To vote for what? No, that just I don't want to do politics on the stream that much anymore, but the point is that the population is not represented in the vote. That the way our government is set up, the way our elections are set up, it disproportionately gives advantage to certain groups of people who are not in congested populations. It favors populations that are spread out. Yeah. So the whole idea of it is so that a state like Kansas has equal say as a state like New York, which should not be that way. But it is true though that if they did that, that people who live in rural areas that are really spread out would not have a say ever. They would lose every election. They would completely lose power. They would lose every single election because there's the people who live in the urban centers are the ones who would control the election every time. Yeah. Yeah, Wyoming should not have as much state as California. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't. There's nothing that says because our population chose to live so spread out because we have fields and stuff that we should have a greater say in how our world works. The problem with that though is that people who live in congested urban populations are going to have issues that matter more to them than to the people who live in the spread out populations. And so the interests of the people in the spread out populations are just never going to get any hearing. But right now the opposite is happening. Right now the opposite is happening because the people that are in the smaller populations, states that are spread out over more area get more say. They have more power than the urban areas do. And with all the gerrymandering, it's designed exactly to do that. It's designed to break up those urban populations so they don't have the say that they would have if we were voting popular election. It's kind of a problem. I don't know how we're ever going to fix it because either way, one population wins. If you do popular vote, then the people that live in congested urban areas will always win. If you do representative, then the people who are spread out will always win. So they have to figure it out. It's not my problem. I'm gonna be dead. Oh, damn. The jacuzzi done stopped. To have the guts to fix it? Do you think there's a way to have both populations represented though? I mean, okay, so in political science in Utah, I was taught that the reason for representative government is to protect states from the, quote, tyranny of the majority, which is, you know, envying convictions, yeah. Yeah, right. It's just all about power. They don't care at all about equality or democracy. There's no politician that does. Not even Bernie Sanders. No, they don't. They all. I mean, when Barack Obama sat there, I love Barack Obama, but when he sat there and drank the Flip Michigan water and says, "I don't see a problem," that was when I knew that no matter how good the politician, they're always in the pocket of somebody. Always, 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 always. You can't escape it in capitalist society. You just can't. Like, there's so many black Americans who saw that in Flint, Michigan, and they're on record, on videos saying, and that was when Barack stopped being my president. And I love Barack Obama. He did so many amazing things. But you know, it just, even Bernie takes big money. Bernie talks a big game about not taking money from political interests, but if you look at the cash, he's not completely, he's more innocent than most, but he's not completely innocent either. He is accepting political donations and everything. He makes it sound like he would never do that, like he's against Citizens United and blah blah blah. But then he also takes money from election campaign for him. I think he makes all of his stuff available for everybody to see, though, which is different. The bottom line is there's no politician who's free. Not even AOC. AOC talks a big game too, and she's probably the closest to pure politician who doesn't have any interest. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, God bless her, she left too. She surprised the hell out of me. We're like this attention hungry, penis picture posting witch is all of a sudden woke. Like out of nowhere. Tucker Carlson is woke. He's all of a sudden all woke. He's like, no, MAGA's like bad. We don't know, bad. MAGA bad. I'm like, where were you like 5 years ago? America Drain. I don't like any president, right? There's a better future. Yeah, what's that organization that Mockingjay runs? I'm a huge fan of hers. Jennifer Lawrence. I love her. At every level, I'm a fan of Jennifer Lawrence. She's probably one of the best people to represent America. She was raised in Kentucky. She loves her Kentucky family. She's very, 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 traditional American. She's white, unfortunately. That doesn't mean all white. But she's also extremely active in politics and equality, and she's outspoken, and she has opinions that are largely what I agree with. And so she's there's like a non-political conservator or group of, I think it's what is it called? God, I forget the name of it. I used to be more active with it, but it's an organization. It's a bipartisan organization to reform elections entirely, to actually fix the whole thing. And they have meetings. They have people. They have libertarians show up. They have Republicans. They have everybody to show up because they all know the system's broken. They've got their entire approach is to follow the strategies that lobbyists and others have followed for years, which is to begin with the local elections. Local elections and local ballot initiatives, once they gain a certain critical mass, they become national policy. So their entire focus, this is based on tons of political history, analysis from these really intelligent people, and they have a whole presentation on it and everything. And if you want to institute political change, you do it by attacking the local elections, the local things, and then those things grow, and then they become national policy over time. That's how marijuana happened. That's how same-sex marriage was adopted as a national thing. It's how the whole right to life sorts of ideas and everything, all of that started. So, or the other one, whatever one. It's like a lot of stuff started that way. Started locally. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I'm just trusting what these analysts said. Populist issues. Yeah. She saw her career come to a close and got out. Yeah. Well, it kind of did. I mean, she'd gotten all the attention she needed, and most of it was negative, and you know, it does make me wonder if they had something on her. They got something on everybody, man. If that hasn't become clear at this point, including Ellen DeGeneres, who fled the country because she didn't want her Epstein shit to come out. Oh my God. It's like, there's just, I don't know. Makes me want to ride my bike and not think about it. Like everybody else, but we've got to stay engaged. We've got to, at least the people. That's the thing about Jennifer Lawrence. I love her. She's, active millennial. She's got a lot a lot of interest in the world, and how the world turns out. And the boomers they're checking out. They're done. They're done. They're just gonna cash their Social Security and leave. And Gen X are largely behind them. They're just like, whatever. I don't give a shit. You killed Puff Daddy and Nirvana. Goodbye. I'm out of here. I check out. Gen X is probably the first generation to say no, fuck everything. And that pretty much describes me. I tried to care. I really did. I tried to do don't get mad, get busy, and now I'm like, don't get mad, go ride your bike. I legitimately did. I legitimately followed what I believe to be true. If you want change to happen, you should do the change. You should be the change. And I did. I tried my hardest. I fought against everything and did good stuff, but I'm too tired now. I'm done. I'm just gonna sit here in the jacuzzi at 4 a.m., digest my sushi, and look at this beautiful moon. That is all I care about. Sharing it with some friends. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as more actual friends, I mean, you guys are real people, but as soon as I have more people in my social circles who want to follow me around in my car and nomadically and stuff like that, I fully expect that my live streaming is just going to fade off very, very gradually and without any real fanfare. And I'll just start streaming less and less. And just kind of fade off into the sunset. I hope not, because there's been a lot of really amazing people that I've connected with through YouTube and Twitch, including people that got me my current job. So, ads are over. Take your time, we'll do it. It is Obsessifix. Yeah. No, I think you guys should fix it. We definitely tried. Barack Obama is my era. And you can say what you want about Barack and his wife, but you look at their academic record, you look at the dedication in their lives to making change happen in America, and you cannot deny it. And if you compare his life and commitment and dedication, despite the interests of political lobbyists and all that stuff, and with somebody like Bernie Sanders, and then somebody like Trump, or even George Dodge the Giraffe Bush, you can see, big oil over, Vietnam. You see people for who they are if you look deep enough into the history of their actions and what they've done. And by their fruits you shall know them. So says the Bible. And when I die, I think my fruits will speak for me pretty well. But right now, I'm available for consulting, but no. I can actually say that I did not fuck this world up, okay? I can say that, and I cannot tell you what gratitude that gives me. Most of the people who do fuck the world up, though, they also say that. They say, oh, it wasn't because of me. It wasn't because of my Learjet trips to go see concerts, for environmental activism. Or it wasn't, this is cognitive dissonance at its finest, and I'm sure I'm full of it. I am. I'm sure I'm like completely chock full of cognitive dissonance, my own bullshit. Believe in my own bullshit. You just accepting you have cognitive bias is just a part of it, right? You can't escape it. It's a part of being human. The difference is accepting that you have it and doing things to check it versus, putting people around you, putting procedures around you, scientific method, all of that, so that you don't end up, doing what people full of cognitive dissonance do, which is they do everything in their own interest and they say it was for some other reason. That's been a really hard thing to realize in my old age, is that there's really no such thing as altruism. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Every single person acts in their best interest, including satisfying their own guilt for not decreasing poverty or reducing suffering in some way. They're not doing it to reduce suffering. They're doing it because they don't want the feeling of not reducing suffering in their own soul. The reason that I am so programmed to help the homeless and do all of that is largely because I don't want to have to deal with the feeling that's inside of me if I don't do that. And there's plenty of people who don't have that problem. But at the end of the day, when I help a homeless person, it's not selfless. It's because I can't, if I don't, it's going to hurt my soul, my body, because of my own programming, which is self-interest. So anyway, I think altruism is a fraud. There's no such thing. If you look at every single person as an animal, and that ultimately they're going to behave like an animal, that means they're going to protect their children at all costs, including against their wife or spouse or husband. They're going to, people are always going to act in their own best interests. Always. Even people who committed to live for eternity with you will still act in their own best interest. The only reason they're going to stick with you through that problem is because they want to go to heaven. Or they really, really bought into the idea, and they're not afraid of damnation and hellfire. They're afraid of their own conscience because they have a moral center, and they're like, here's my moral center. There are tons of people who will kill you and not even bat an eye because they don't think that way. And the sooner everybody looks at each other as animals. You ever seen a dog? What? Yeah. Humans don't exist in vacuums. Humans need humans. Humans influence humans. Absolutely. We're tribal. We're tribal and we're social. We need each other. Physically, we need each other. We cannot exist without each other. I think that might be one of the reasons that being kind of out there has really been different recently, because like I've gone long amounts of time without contact with other humans, and it's been fine. It's been glorious. But eventually you break down and you maybe want... Not everybody. There's people who don't. There's Tibetan monks, obviously, who don't. But eventually you break down and you need... But I haven't been having that as much lately. I met Ben randomly, completely randomly. I met Ben up at his his family's homestead up in the canyon. They've owned it for generations. That was land that they settled when they were really young. When his family first moved here, probably pioneers. And beautiful land, by the way, absolutely beautiful land. And they've been building on it. He let me charge my stuff there. But it just completely randomly met this guy, and I was like, wow. It kind of like refilled my batteries. Pun intended, I actually refilled my batteries there. And but it did kind of make me feel like, whoa, I'm like, refilling my human batteries there. And when it comes to human touch, particularly from a woman, that battery has been totally recharged. 2 days ago, I ran into Carol in Millville Canyon. Oh my God. I still have her on speed dial. I mean, not speed dial, on phone. I should call her. Not call her. I should message her. It's okay. So, if you have the patience for it, watch the VOD from 2 days ago. I refused to make a clip of it because it was so personal. It was really, really personal. I'll restate what happens, so if anybody wants to go hunt for it. You broke up with your girlfriend? Yeah, yeah, you're young, so I see where that feeling is coming from. I felt like that. Doris and I, our divorce is going through. But, I ran, so I was mountain biking up this canyon that I was just being led. I really didn't even really know where I was going. I just kept following. Where does this go? Where does this go? Where does this go? I ended up in Millville Canyon, which we passed today. And I went up and I was like, damn, this is a perfect simulation of Tour Divide and Coco Claims. There's some really steep areas with lots of rocks and stuff. It was really, really fun. And Alpaca was, I think probably, it was only like 10 people on my stream. And we got to the top of a section, and there was this really great path that crossed over under this canopy of trees, and it crossed over this creek. And I was like, should we go? I told everybody, hey, I'm going to lose Starlink. And so I crossed over the creek, and it was so nice walking through it. And I come right around the corner, and perfectly framed in this green canopy of trees with this wonderful glowing orange-red fire, and this Subaru blocking the path backed up to the fire, this red Subaru, which has a name, I forgot her name for it. And she had the hatchback open, and she had this bed, this perfect bed laid out, and she had this bouquet of flowers on the side of it and everything. And I said, hi, how's it going? And she looked at me and she was like, Alpaca says, I think she's into you. I didn't read that until later, but it was really clear. And she was beautiful. I mean, she was older, but she was beautiful. She had just beautiful, long, blonde gray hair, and just barefoot. She had an anklet on, and she was just, she was listening to Zeppelin and everything, and she was just sitting there in front of the fire, and she goes, hi. I said, oh, hi, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to invade your privacy. And she goes, no, it's fine. And she said she was just a woman of very few words. She probably spoke 20 words the whole night. And she goes, no, it's fine. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I said, oh man, your fire looks so great. She goes, you can join it if you want. And then she walked up to me and just gave me this big, huge hug. She had no idea who I was. She did not know who I was, and she gave me this big, huge hug, and she just would not stop. And then she said, God, what did she say? She said, you're here. And I was like, what? She's like, you're here. You made it. And she looked in my eyes really, really uncomfortably long. God, I'm going to cry. These gorgeous green eyes. And she wouldn't look away. It was really uncomfortable. And she just like stared through my soul, I swear to God. It was straight out of a movie. She stared like straight into through my soul. It was crazy. I said, "Oh, I gotta, she just give me." But there's a scene where like all that was live. I thought that the Starlink had kicked out. I thought the Starlink had kicked out, but it was live, and the camera was like completely smashed into her bosom because I was like hugging her, and I said, "Here, let me turn off the camera," and I turned around and I went and I turned the camera off and everything, and the chat my dad was watching. My dad's like, "Whatever happened with that adventurer that you met?" And I'm like, "Well," and I'm never gonna tell you everything that happened with her. There was nothing sexual, but I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't want to cheapen it. I mean, I've talked about some of it, but mostly we just spent time together. We spent time until sundown, and the trees, oh my God, the trees just came alive. They were on fire because of the sunset, and the trees were perfectly silhouetted. And I finally left, and I said, I gotta go. I gotta go. The sun's going down. And she took a picture. She kept taking my hat off because she liked me bald, which really blew me away. I would put my hat and my glasses on. She kept taking them off. She's like, "You're fine. Be still." It was so weird. And I will say this, she had just lost. She had come to town. She was just visiting. She'd only been here 2 days. She'd buried her 100-year-old mother like that day or the day before. And so she was in a time of mourning. And the week before that, I had just been there for my mom and dad to be married. 60th anniversary that they celebrated in a Taco Bell, which was on national television. It was on national news. And it was in every affiliate in the country. And so we just sat there and talked and just snuggled. And there was one biker dude who passed while we were there who he's like, "I'm sorry, excuse me." It was funny. We just laughed about it. It was a really weird moment because I had to choose whether I was going to stay. Oh, she was definitely a burner, whatever that is. She definitely was a burner. She was, and from what she told me, she was living in the Subaru, living in it, completely in it. So, but yeah. I can't believe how I can't believe how she drove there. She had some serious overlanding skills to get there in that Subaru. Seriously, it was really hard for me to get there on a mountain bike, and even to walk. And she made it on her Subaru. I just don't know how she did it. Yeah, it was really great. I'm looking at the canyon right now where it happened. But I guess I got on that topic because as much as I like live streaming, I have confidence that I could be totally fine without it. Like, and I understand that that's probably going to gradually go away. It's just the nature of things, right? So, and it's not even a bad thing. It's just, it just is. God damn it. I mean, on the whole, this whole thing has got me wondering what's next. Because the stuff that's happened to me, there's no way I could have dreamed it up. I could not have even imagined I was going to have those kind of experiences. I'll tell you something, I wouldn't have had any of those experiences if I hadn't gone out of my stupid house. You can't have experience. I mean, you can have some experiences online through Twitch or through social media or, I don't know, VR chat or something. But you're just not going to have real experiences unless you leave the house. You're just not. You know, that's very much a Gen X thing to say. I mean, people always joke about, you know, being told to go outside and don't come back until, you know, sundown. It's true. You know, we were out there adventuring like those kids from Stranger Things. You know, we were playing D&D and then going outside and making up dungeons and adventuring. I mean, it's been a part of who we are all along. So, you know, yeah, I gotta go too. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm just gonna bike back to the apartment and say goodbye to everybody. So if y'all have to go, I get it. Just shut my jacuzzi down. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you have to go. Though, just so much good stuff. I think the wind is shifting. It's starting to smell like cow poodoo. Ooh, chilly. My wet shorts on. Try not to mash up my walls. I gotta repair them. I should probably just leave you out here. Turn you off. Turn you off. Saving. All right, guys. My dirty apartment. More of a storage unit at this point. See you guys later. Let's see who we can raid. Anybody? Everybody's asleep. Trying to figure out how to raid. Is there Dave stream bike stuff? Oh no, they're just testing.